There are three pillars to entrepreneurial success. The first one is skill in whatever product or service that you're providing to the customer or to the customer base, that you call it a niche. The second one is the knowledge that you have in overall business, like marketing, sales, etc., because that's going to enable you to make good decisions that are based on not assumptions and expectations, but on actual information and data that is factual. And then the third one is the personal behaviors. There are 5 critical behaviors that is linked to entrepreneurial success, and you must have these. This is truly important. If you take nothing else from any of my videos, make sure that you take this. The first one is emotional regularity. If you are the type of person that just jumps from emotion to emotion, this does not work in the long term for business. Emotional regulation is so important, because otherwise you're going to be chasing the next shiniest thing. You're also going to be looking at maybe unreasonable expectations, and then jumping from one thing to another. So emotional regulation is truly important. Number 2 is consistency. Many people will do something and they'll do it for a month, they'll do it for a few times, they'll do it for whatever, and then they give up because it is harder than they actually initially thought. So consistency is about showing up every day, doing the right things for the business long term. If you're in it short term, chances are that it's going to be a failure. And a failure only because you've given up. If you had continued, it has a likelihood of success. But most people, this is where actual failing happens, is that they run out of money, they run out of something or another, they run out of just plain steam, and they don't move forward. So consistency is very, very important, and in daily actions is critical to success. Number 3 is discipline. You must have the discipline to continue. If you don't, then what happens? Obviously, you're going to give up. Here's the thing. When it's hard, that means it's hard for other people too. So that's the barrier that you need. Otherwise, everybody would jump in and you would not have success anyways. So that barrier that you're experiencing that is, hard, well, that's a good thing. You cannot look at it as a bad thing. That's a good thing, because if you can overcome the barrier, everyone else may not. So that's in your favor. So discipline is very important. And I don't paraphrase Mike Tyson very often, but he once said, discipline is doing something that you don't necessarily like, but that you do it in a way as if you love it. And that is very well said. Discipline is critical to entrepreneurial success. The fourth one is perseverance. To persevere, to have the resilience to keep moving forward, learning those critical lessons that were first based on assumptions, but actually moving through them and having the perseverance to continue on, even when maybe everybody else around you is saying for you to give up. And so perseverance is definitely one, because sometimes you do all the right things and you don't see any results for a long time. It could be a year, it could be even up to 2 years. But perseverance, because you know that you're doing the things correctly and you're moving forward with it, will get you eventually there where you want to be. And number 5 is likability. No one wants to work with someone who is not likable. If you're a person who is, for lack of a better term, a jerk, well, you're not going to have people wanting to do business with you. You're just not going to be a person that anyone wants to interact with. So likability is really important. With these 5 behaviors, you are armed for success in a good entrepreneurial life. So work on them if you don't have them, and none of us are perfect, so we should be constantly working on them, and you will get to where you want to be. If you like this kind of content, please follow me. Look into joining one of my 3 communities. You can see the link in my bio. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow.